The white party would be there, and then they have Lil Baby like in a sandwich. Like they're hugging him from the front and the back and stuff.
Baby is absolutely one of the best human beings in the planet. Right, we're at a party, everyone's drunk. You know, it's a 13-hour party. People drink a lot of alcohol.
Right, it's 100 people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Ever since that Rubin party, that ain't my boy no more. They got him. That's 50 Cent talking. And he wasn't joking. His target? Lil Baby, after a viral clip, showed the rapper on stage in tiny shorts, a pink belt, and showing off fresh thigh tattoos. The internet lit up with jokes, memes, and something darker. Whispers about humiliation rituals and industry strings being pulled behind the scenes. But why is a billionaire sports merch kingpin like Michael Rubin in the middle of it all? And what really happened at that party? Let's start from the beginning. Lil Baby has been trending, and not for his music. The reason? A set of tattoos nobody saw coming. For years, Baby told interviewers he'd never get ink, saying it didn't fit the image he wanted for his future.
I hear that you say that you don't have any tattoos at all?
Nope. That was really my only reason, like, from being younger, like, I don't want no tattoo. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older.
Yes, sir.
With my money, and I don't want to be like a thug.
But this year, he shocked fans by debuting his very first tattoos, bold, oversized lettering across both thighs reading 90s Baby, plus a fresh design running down his lower leg. But listen to this, it wasn't just the tattoos. Just days later, he hit the stage wearing tiny shorts, a tank top, and a bright pink belt, pulling up his shorts mid-performance to show off the ink.
We just gonna let this nigga do this. We finna let Lil Baby come out here in his booty coochie shorts and just pop out with his hand in his motherfucking slit and just, yeah, that's just what we doing.
The internet erupted. Some fans laughed it off, others called it embarrassing and sus, and many went straight to conspiracy territory, claiming it was a humiliation ritual to keep him in the industry's good graces. Memes and comment threads blew up, with people asking when exactly Lil Baby had changed. That's when 50 Cent's voice cut through the noise, connecting this moment back to a single night nearly 2 years earlier, a night at Michael Rubin's now infamous all-white Hamptons party. And according to 50, that's when they got him. We'll get into what happened at that party in a moment. Before we do, hit that like button if you want to keep seeing stories the mainstream won't touch. It helps this video get in front of more people who need to see it. Because that party wasn't just a social event, it was the beginning of something much bigger. The year was 2023, and Michael Rubin's annual all-white Hamptons party was the hottest ticket in the country. We're talking a guest list that looked like a billionaire's dream board: Jay-Z, Beyonce, Tom Brady, Kim Kardashian, and yes, Lil Baby. Cameras were everywhere, and that's when it happened. The hug sandwich that set social media on fire. A viral photo showed Baby in the middle, Rubin behind him, NBA star Kyle Kuzma in front, all smiling, all dressed in white. But that wasn't the only shot. Another image surfaced of Rubin hugging Baby from behind. And before the night was over, those pictures were everywhere. But that's not all. 50 Cent wasted no time. He reposted the photos with captions like, "See, this is why I don't go to these parties. Get the my young man." The tone was half joking, half warning, and fans picked up on it immediately. Memes poured in, comments exploded, and suddenly the internet was connecting dots between Rubin, industry elites, and rappers who seemed to change after these events. Lil Baby later claimed it was all harmless, just playful moments caught at the wrong time. But even he admitted the memes bothered him enough to request Rubin's private security footage to clear the air.
Easy's like, push up on me with it, see how that go. Even the whole Mike Rubin thing.
I was just gonna say.
I'm dapping Kuzman up. Mike's happy to see me. He run up on me. Bam, I'm telling his like I slam your ass on your neck. But we play like that. They white, so they don't really understand how I understand. Like, even when the picture came out before it went viral, I told them, like, Mike, I can't have pictures like that.
We'll reveal more about that later in this video. First, we need to talk about why 50 Cent's warning hit so hard and why he says he avoids these parties at all costs. 50 Cent has never been afraid to speak his mind, but when it came to Michael Rubin's party, his tone shifted from jokes to genuine caution. He flat out said he doesn't attend these elite industry gatherings, not because he's not invited, but because he doesn't like what goes on behind closed doors. In his words, there were men walking around with their butt cheeks out like Keke Palmer, and an overall vibe that felt off.
You going to them puffy parties? They can hug you from the front and the back at the same time. What you talking about?
But listen to this. 50 didn't just criticize the atmosphere, he hinted at something deeper, calling these moments humiliation rituals designed to keep certain rappers in check. In his view, it's not just partying, it's about control, influence, and testing loyalty. He framed Lil Baby's viral hug moment not as an isolated event, but as part of a pattern he's been seeing for years. Fans online ran with it. Threads popped up connecting Rubin to other rappers whose careers seemed to shift after being spotted at his events. The comments were blunt. The industry got him, he's not the same since that party. And they all go through it. Whether you believe it's coincidence or calculated, one thing's for sure. 50's warning didn't come out of nowhere. And to understand why his words carried weight, we need to know who Michael Rubin really is and how he went from a teenage ski shop owner to one of the most connected billionaires in the world. Michael Rubin didn't come up through music, fashion, or sports, at least not directly. He was born in 1972 in Philadelphia, raised in a Jewish family in Lafayette Hill. By age 14, he'd already opened his first ski shop using bar mitzvah money and a lease co-signed by his dad. He had the hustle early, but he also had something else, an ability to turn connections into empires. It gets more interesting. Rubin's big break came when he flipped a $200,000 overstock gear deal into a major payday. From there, he launched KPR Sports, pulling in $50 million in sales by 1995. But he didn't stop. He built GSI Commerce into a multi-billion-dollar e-commerce giant before selling it and shifting focus to Fanatics Inc., which now controls official merchandise for the NBA, NFL, MLB, NASCAR, Formula One, and WWE. Today, Forbes values him at $10.6 billion. On paper, that's just smart business. But here's the thing. Despite all that success, Rubin has zero music industry credentials. Yet somehow he's forged extremely close ties with some of the biggest rappers alive. And that's where people start asking questions. Why do so many high-profile rappers, young, influential, and black, gravitate toward a billionaire who made his fortune selling sports gear? And why do strange viral moments seem to follow them after these parties? To get the answer, you have to look at the pattern. And Lil Baby isn't the only name on the list. Lil Baby isn't the only one who's had questionable viral moments tied to Michael Rubin. Take Meek Mill, for example. In one now infamous clip, Meek is on a tennis court, hopping like a bunny, while Rubin counts out loud and yells instructions.
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud.
That's the wrong time, nigga.
Count out loud.
30.
Can't, huh?
4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42.
Keep going. Keep going.
7, 8, 9, 1, 2.
Keep going. Keep going. Don't cheat on your bunny hops. They suck. Your bunny hops suck.
The video spread fast, and while Meek later claimed it was just the result of losing a bet, the optics were impossible to ignore. A billionaire barking orders while a rapper plays along for laughs. But here's the twist. These moments keep happening. Rubin shows up courtside at games with A-list rappers, vacations with them, and hosts private gatherings where cameras always seem to capture something meme-worthy. Fans have pointed out that while Rubin isn't managing these artists, he moves around them like an industry insider with influence far beyond merchandise sales. It gets weirder. Rubin doesn't shy away from this attention. In interviews, he talks openly about bringing people together and says he loves mixing athletes, entertainers, and business moguls in the same room.
I love bringing people from different backgrounds together, and that's something I enjoy doing. Whether it was this lunch we just talked about, whether it's my Super Bowl party, whether it's the white party, for me, it's a great time to. It's like, I enjoy bringing people from different backgrounds together. And by the way, I benefit from them because I'm always learning from people there. And so that's really where it started. We started with our Super Bowl party. And our Super Bowl party, by the way, this was like this year's Super Bowl party. I was like, when I had many of the owners of the football teams come up and tell me this is better than the game itself, I thought, like, literally, that's what people were saying to me. Yeah. I think what we like to do is bring the right people together in a room and then great things happen. And
when you line up all these public moments, the hugs, the bets, the parties, they start looking less like coincidence and more like a pattern. And that pattern has roots in something much older than Michael Rubin himself. Because before he became the face of the all-white Hamptons party, someone else was running that scene. And the similarities are hard to ignore. Long before Michael Rubin became the host of the summer's most exclusive event, that crown belonged to Diddy. Back in the late 90s and early 2000s, Diddy's all-white parties in the Hamptons were the hottest ticket in the country, a gathering place for celebrities, athletes, and industry power players. These parties weren't just about music, they were about being seen in the right company, by the right people, at the right time. But here's what's wild. A lot of the same faces who packed Diddy's events back then now show up at Rubin's. Leonardo DiCaprio, Jay-Z, Beyonce. The guest lists are eerily familiar. You can put the photos side by side. Leo at Diddy's white party in '97, then again at Rubin's in 2023. Jay-Z with Andre Harrell in 2003, then with Beyonce at Rubin's last summer. It gets more suspicious when you consider the whispers that Rubin didn't just inherit the vibe, he might have inherited the playbook. And for some, it raises an even darker question. If Diddy's parties had their own shadowy rumors, what exactly is happening at Rubin's? To get closer to that answer, we have to dig into what fans call industry tests, and why so many believe they're the price of staying on top. For years, fans and even some insiders have claimed that making it to the very top of the entertainment world isn't just about talent, it's about passing certain tests. These so-called industry tests aren't written down anywhere, but the stories are hard to ignore. They range from public embarrassment to bizarre dares, with the idea being that if you play along, you've proven your loyalty to the right people. But here's where it gets crazier. Some believe these aren't just harmless pranks or party games. They see them as calculated moves, designed to strip away an artist's image of independence and show they'll comply if the industry asks. The theory goes like this. You give them one viral, humiliating moment, and they hold on to that forever. It's leverage. This is where comedian Cat Williams' old interviews start resurfacing. He's talked about Hollywood rituals for years, hinting at strange behind-the-scenes events involving big names, big money, and symbolism most fans never notice. Whether you believe him or not, his words hit differently when you line them up with recent footage from Rubin's parties and similar elite gatherings. And here's the part nobody can agree on. Is this all conspiracy-fueled paranoia, or is there a real pattern? Because Lil Baby insists nothing shady happened, yet the footage he claims would clear his name has never been released. Which brings us to the final question. If there's nothing to hide, why is the mystery still alive? Lil Baby hasn't stayed silent through all of this. In interviews, he's pushed back against the rumors, calling Michael Rubin a super great influence in his life. He says the viral hug photos were nothing more than playful moments taken out of context. And when the memes started piling up, he went as far as asking Rubin for security footage from that night, claiming it would prove that nothing inappropriate happened. But here's where the questions pile up. If the footage could settle the debate, why not release it? Baby says he didn't want to make a big deal out of it or feed into the gossip. To his credit, he's stayed publicly loyal to Rubin, brushing off speculation and focusing on his career. Yet, for many fans, the decision not to release the video only added fuel to the fire. It gets even murkier when you remember that Rubin himself addressed the situation, calling the backlash ridiculous and chalking it up to drunken fun. Still, his unusually glowing praise for Baby, calling him one of the best human beings on the planet, struck some viewers as oddly personal. So here we are, 2 years, countless memes, and endless theories later, the truth still isn't clear. Maybe it really was just an innocent hug at a party, or maybe, like some believe, it was one piece of a much bigger puzzle about power, influence, and the hidden rules of fame. And the question that lingers, when the same faces keep showing up in the same strange places, is it all just coincidence? Or are we looking at a pattern we're not supposed to see? We've walked through it all. Lil Baby's sudden change, the tattoos, the viral party photos, and 50 Cent's warning about what really goes on at certain elite gatherings. Rubin says it's all harmless. Baby says nothing shady happened. Maybe that's the truth. But it's hard to ignore the pattern. Unexpected image shifts, strange public moments, and friendships that raise eyebrows. It's the kind of thing you either write off as coincidence or see as part of something bigger. The real question isn't just about Lil Baby or Michael Rubin. It's about the hidden rules of fame. Who gets to rise and who stays there, and at what cost? So, what do you think? Harmless networking or a glimpse into a game we're not meant to see? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this video eye-opening, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what we uncover next.